Hello, and thank you for tuning in to another Splits Flexibility Flow. Let's jump right into this today. Find a comfortable seated position and begin to bring your attention to your breath. Take your hands to your knees and begin to take some circles with your upper body, pressing into your hips. Continue to coordinate your movement to your breath. Inhale on the forward part of the circle and exhale on the back. Go ahead and switch directions. Hold in the center, press your chest forward. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, round your spine back towards the back wall. Lean a little to your left side, the right foot up and over the left knee. You should feel the stretch in the outer edge of your right hip. Pressing your right elbow into your right knee, opening up a little wider. Feel free to rock back and forth or take any movements that feel good to you here. And as you move through your practice today, make sure that you're modifying to suit your body's needs and do what feels good to you, never pushing to a point of pain. We want to stretch nice and safely here for the most effective stretches. Gently come to center. Keep the right leg wrapped over the left as you take a twist over your right shoulder. Return to center. And begin to take some circles here. Switch directions. Hold in the center, inhale your chest forward and exhale, round back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round back. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. And round. We'll take the same stretches on the other side. Left foot over the right knee. Bend to your right side as you rock forward and back, opening up into your left hip. Return to center, sit up nice and tall, and begin to take a twist over to your left side. Return to center, unwrap your legs, and bring the soles of your feet in towards one another. Use your elbows to press your knees a little wider as you rock back and forth. Take some bouncing motions if that feels good to you. Inhale, open the chest forward, and exhale, begin to fold forward. Walk your hands a little to the right side. Through center to your left. Return to center, hold here. Gently release from the stretch. Take a deep breath in and out. Bring your knees together and find your way to a comfortable seated position on your heels. Begin to lift the hips and draw a little circle with them. So lifting up towards the right, pressing through center, and lowering down through the left. It may help if you bring your knees a little bit wider and find what works for you here. And switch directions. Find your way back to seated on your heels. Take your hands behind you and we'll begin to work into our quads a little. So pressing your hips up, squeezing your glutes, and exhale, release. Press and squeeze. Exhale, release. Press, squeeze, and release. Continue here, pressing up towards the ceiling, squeezing your glutes, stretching out through your quads, and then releasing hips towards the heels. Sit up tall, take a couple more circles going clockwise. And switch directions. Bring yourself back to seated on your heels and continue those quad opening exercises, pressing your hips high, then releasing them towards your heels. Continue to sit on your right heel, but release your left foot. See if you can isolate the stretch a little more into your right quad. And maneuver yourself to switch sides here. Left heel tucks under, right knee comes up. Bring yourself up to all fours. Shake out a little left and right as you find a comfortable position. And begin to find your way to pigeon pose on the right side, pulling your right knee forward. Sit up nice and tall. And we'll rock a little forward and back, working more into your left hip flexor. So lean back a little and lean forward, back and forward, back and forward. Every time you lean back, you'll open up a little more through that left hip flexor. Hold back. And release low to the floor. Begin to press your hands towards the floor, lift up and twist back towards your extended leg. Pulling the foot in closer towards your glutes and away, opening up a little more through your left quad and hip flexor. And hold the stretch wherever your foot can come. Gently release the back foot, square yourself off towards the front of the room, and release back to all fours. Shake it out a little bit and bring your left knee forward for a pigeon on your other side. Sit up nice and tall. And begin to rock forwards and backwards, pressing more so into your right hip flexor. Hold back. And slowly release a little closer towards the floor, breathing into your pigeon here. Press your hands towards the floor, lift your chest up, and twist towards your extended back leg, pulling your heel in closer and further from your right glute. Hold that foot in for the deepest stretch possible here. And release the back leg, make your way through all fours, shake it out a little left and right. And find your way to a wide-kneed child's pose. We'll begin to draw some big circles in the hips, pressing up and over to the right, down and back to the left. Move at your own pace, pressing into the edges of your hips as you move through the circle. And switch directions. Hold in the back motion, sink low into your child's pose. And begin to lift up, come forward into a low lunge on your right side. Hold forward here, the hands on either side of the front foot. Hands come to the inside, the right foot, toe heels to the outside edge of your mat. Begin to lift and lower that back knee. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Take this a couple more times, or option to hold and lower down to your forearms here. Come up and send your hips back over your knees for a hamstring stretch, extending the right leg in front of you. Sit back a little further towards your left heel isolating more so into that hamstring. Lift up, and we'll begin to work towards our front splits on our right side now. So finding your low lunge, rocking forwards and backwards, slowly creeping that front heel out a little more every time until you lower down towards your split. It's a good idea to use a block in splits to help you square your hips a little more towards the front of the room as opposed to opening up that back hip, especially when you're first working splits and you want to lay a good foundation for when your splits are flat to the floor. So I'll give you guys a good minute or two here to ease into your splits. I'll continue to show some more variations on screen and do more of my own stretching practice so we can stretch together here. Slowly make your way out of your split. And to all fours. We'll begin to take the same stretches working towards front splits on your left side. So find your way to your low lunge and hold there, hands on either side of that front foot. Toe heel the left foot out to the edge of your mat as your hands come to center aligned under your shoulders. Begin to lift and lower that back knee, working more deeply to the right hip flexor. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Eventually making your way to your forearms. Hold here. Come all the way up, send your hips back and stretch out over your left hamstring. Sink the hips back a little further over your right heel. Breathe deeply here. Come all the way up and continue to lunge forward and back as you make your way into your front split on your left side. Again, I'll give us a couple minutes here to really sink into this split. I'll continue to do my own stretching on screen as you do yours. Gently begin to make your way out of your splits. Knees come together. Shake it out a little left and right and make your way to a wide-kneed child's pose. Hold here. And as you lay here, allow your knees to creep further and further apart, opening up your hip rotators and muscles of your inner thighs. Allow your knees to open a little wider. Continue to breathe deeply here. Tune into your breath and your body. Gently release and bring yourself all the way to laying on your belly, and twist your left arm under your right. Your right knee props up towards the left side as you take a twist over your right shoulder. And release that side, twist on over to your other side. Gently return to laying on your belly. Take a deep breath in here and exhale. Allow your forehead to rest on your hands or on your mat. Begin to press on your hands. Lift yourself through all fours and come to a comfortable seated position. Inhale, reach your hands up high towards the ceiling, and exhale, meet in heart center. 2 more, just like that. Reach up and to center. Last one, reach up and to center. Thank you all for flowing with me today and working on your splits. Keep up your hard work. Flexibility has so much to do with consistency in your practice. I hope you enjoyed flowing with me. Namaste.